This is one of the most powerful stories Jesus ever told about wealth and prosperity, and it can completely transform the way you think about money. Jesus shared a parable about two trees planted in the same garden, and what happened to them reveals a timeless principle that separates the truly wealthy from those who struggle their entire lives. The story begins in a beautiful garden where a devoted gardener planted two trees on the same day. An olive tree and a fig tree, both receiving identical sunlight, identical water, and identical care. Everything was equal at the beginning, but what these trees did with their resources would determine completely different destinies. The olive tree understood something profound that most people never discover. It understood that true wealth multiplies through giving, not through hoarding. Every single season, this tree produced abundant oil that blessed countless families in the community. The oil healed the sick, brought light to dark homes, and sustained entire households. The olive tree never feared scarcity because it had discovered a divine principle. The more it gave, the more capacity it developed to give even more. But the fig tree operated from a completely different mindset. It operated from fear and the belief in scarcity. This tree absorbed every nutrient from the soil, pulled every single drop of water for itself, and absolutely refused to bear fruit for others. It believed that keeping everything would make it wealthy and secure. Season after season, the fig tree grew larger in appearance, its trunk became thicker, its branches spread wider, but it remained completely empty inside, producing nothing of value for anyone. The gardener observed both trees with incredible patience, knowing that time would reveal the truth about prosperity. Years passed, and something extraordinary began to happen. The generous olive tree's roots grew deeper and stronger with each season of giving. Every time it produced oil and blessed others, its root system expanded, reaching new sources of water and nutrients. Its branches multiplied rapidly, its oil became richer and more valuable. The soil around the olive tree became more fertile from the nutrients it freely shared. Its generosity was literally enriching everything around it, creating a cycle of abundance that kept expanding. Meanwhile, the fig tree that seemed so smart with its hoarding strategy began to weaken. Its hoarded resources created toxicity in its own roots. The soil beneath it became depleted and hard because nothing flowed through it. No new growth emerged because the tree had cut itself off from the natural cycle of giving and receiving. The tree that desperately tried to keep everything was slowly losing everything that mattered. Then came the ultimate test that revealed everything. A severe drought struck the land, and every tree's true foundation was exposed. The olive tree, with its incredibly deep roots built through seasons of generous giving, drew water from depths the drought couldn't touch. While other trees struggled, the olive tree continued producing oil, continued its mission of blessing others, and actually thrived during the crisis. Its generosity had built a foundation so deep that surface conditions couldn't shake it. The fig tree's fate was heartbreaking, but predictable. With shallow roots formed by years of hoarding, it found absolutely no reserve when the test came. It withered quickly, proving a principle that Jesus wanted everyone to understand. What you refuse to circulate, you eventually lose. What you try to grasp tightly slips through your fingers. Jesus used this parable to teach a revolutionary principle about wealth that most people miss completely. True prosperity is not found in accumulation, but in circulation and multiplication through generosity. The kingdom of God operates on principles that seem opposite to the world's scarcity mindset, but they produce results the world can never achieve. When you give with the right heart, you're not depleting your resources. You're actually deepening your roots into sources of provision that drought and crisis cannot touch. Every act of generosity is an investment in a foundation that will sustain you when tests come. The measure you use in giving becomes the measure that flows back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The question Jesus leaves us with is simple but profound. Which tree represents your approach to wealth? Are you the olive tree, generous and trusting in divine provision, building deep roots through giving? Or are you the fig tree, operating from fear and scarcity, trying to hoard your way to security? The choice determines everything. One path leads to multiplication and legacy, the other to withering and loss. As Jesus said in Luke chapter 6 verse 38, "Give and it will be given to you. A good measure pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you." If this story changed your perspective on wealth and generosity, share it with someone who needs to hear this truth today.